Okay, cool. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and immediately, because I have so many actions, so much ability, we're going to head over here to the resistant hideout. Because if I can clear this out and unpanic this, that would be awesome. And then if I can get down to the clock tower and start knocking that down too, that would be also great. Some great stuff could happen in this round. So let's just go ahead and actually, before I do any of that, we are going to do a recover action. So I'm going to flip this and I'm going to recover 2 Rangers decks back in, 6 shields up of cards back into their decks. For Wes, I have Brazen Strike, Paid Forward, and Chrono Blaster going back into the deck. So that's 6 shields right there. And then Trip, I want the Electro Booster, V3 Blaster, and Brainstorm to all go back in. Plus now he regains his energy on his card back, which is very good. And then let's flip this. We'll give this to Jen, and we'll go ahead and start clearing out the Resistance hideout. All right, drawing back up the cards. We have Precise Shot here, which is fine. We'll draw Chrono Saber, and we'll draw Chrono Blaster from Jen. I'm going to take another West card, pay it forward, and then because I just put, there's another Chrono Blaster, and Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm actually just going to stick with this. We have lots of attacks, some good attacks, some maneuver cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let me draw another from Jen. Maybe I'll get Covering Fire. I got Covering Fire. All right, cool, perfect. Covering Fire is very good to have in this situation. So that's a good hand to have going up against these guys. Speaking of these guys, they're all Mastodon Troopers. So let's just take 4 Mastodon Trooper cards and go at it. So first one, Alpha Strike, fast, deal 4 damage, divided among the Rangers as they choose. Dragon Cannon, fast, drain 1 energy. Each Ranger discards 1 card from their hand. Blaster Rifle, and Armored Assault. So a guarded card, roll 2 dice, deal that much damage. All right. I don't really like that Dragon Cannon, so I'm going to use Trip's ability right now to see what I can get. Blaster Rifle. So we're going to take that, and we're just going to put the Blaster Rifle right there. There we go. That feels better. And I don't really need to swap anything around. Everything is pretty good. I like that guard being all the way at the end. So let's just start working our way down the line. And we'll actually earn another Zord by destroying one of these guys. So the Rangers don't go because there are fast cards here. Blaster Rifle does go. So deal 2 damage to each Ranger. Jen's cards reveals Overclock. So that goes to the discard. And all right, so it was only 1 going at her. So Covering Fire took it. So that goes to the bottom of her deck. And at least she's still in the game. Wes, boom, has the V1 Blaster. Man, he loves using that for some type of defense. Wow, that's great. And then Trip goes, he is also his V3 Blaster for defense. Wow, man, those V3s are really good when it comes to stopping damage come in. All right, Rangers go, hurrah, awesome. Let's go ahead and, because this already resolved, why don't we just take down Armored Assault to get it out of here? And we're going to do that by, let's play Jen's Chrono Blaster just for the heck of it. We'll spend the 2 energy in the middle, pop, pop, and do 3 damage to the Armored Assault. Doing this, immediately destroying it, taking one of these guys off, and then that fills here. So all of this goes, which is great. So we have cleared that out, and we've earned our second Zord. Time Flyer 4, exhaust this card during a battle. You may spend 2 energy. For each energy spent, deal 2 damage to a different enemy card. All right, this goes to the discard. Alpha Strike, deal 4 damage divided among the Rangers as they choose. I'm going to have Trip take, I think Trip can take it all. All right, 4 damage to Trip. He'll be fine. 1, 2, fine. Boom. So that goes on to the bottom, and we gain an energy into the pool, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Outstanding. All right, let's start using some stuff here. Let's go ahead and do Brainstorm to reveal the top card. So it's 1 energy, so I'll use the energy we just did. Reveal the top card of any Ranger deck, gain energy equal to the shield shown. I'm going to do Trips because I feel like he has a lot of 3s here. All right, it's 2. I can deal with 2. So 2 come back. That's fine. And then any Ranger may immediately play 1 card from the hand with the cost of 0. But before we do that, Covering Fire, we will then use 1 energy to do this. Jen takes her 2 dice, and we'll go after, let's go after Alpha Strike. So at least we can guarantee to maybe kill that and get that out of here. 2 damage, beautiful, I like it. So that will destroy Alpha Strike. So Alpha Strike is gone. We can add another point here, and one of these guys can go away. So that's good. Let's play. Actually, we're on 2 now, which is even better. And now we get to finally play a energy cost 0 card, which doesn't really matter too much, but we are going to play precise shot, 1 dice attack, 1 guaranteed damage to blaster rifle, and then I can choose to ignore the guard keyword, which doesn't matter because there are none here. So at least he'll get to roll 1 dice. All right, Wes, what do we got? What do we got? Hey-ya, 1 damage. So that's 2 damage on top of the blaster rifle. So boom, boom. I would have liked to have actually destroyed that, but that did not really work out the way I wanted it to. All right, so, and I don't get to draw anything because I've used all 3 cards. So here we go. All right, so unfortunately, blaster rifle does go. So that's 2 damage to each ranger. So Jen, 3 damage, 3 shields, absorbing that. Awesome. Wes. Oh man, Chrono Break goes to the discard pile, and it's one damage for 3 shields, so that will go on the bottom. And then we have Trip, which is there's 2 damage, so that'll go right to the discard pile. So now the Rangers get 2 turns now. Hopefully we'll be able to do some serious damage. I am going to play Chrono Blaster, so we'll take this here, and then Trip will use his energy to do 1 damage here, thus destroying the blaster rifle. And then the final 2 damage from this will go here because I can divide this damage up among any number of targets. So 1 damage to destroy this, getting rid of you, adding another 1 to the list. So now this only needs 1 more damage in order to defeat it. Mastodon Trooper goes, doesn't do anything, and now it is the Ranger's turn once again. And then Jen's going to spend her 1 energy to do the Chrono Saber. This may feel like an overkill, but I want to be able to gain 2 energy back. 3 dice, 1 hit. Oh my god, Jen, why couldn't you do that when we're fighting the boss? That is fantastic. So this is destroyed. Goodbye. Very, very good. One of these guys goes. We get another one here. And then because she destroyed it, the 2 energy goes to the center here. And at the end of the battle, any energy here gets absorbed to Rangers that don't have them on their card. So this is the end of the battle. So I'm just going to go do this now just so I don't forget it. And honestly, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flip this over to engage the battle because the area is still panicked so long as there's something here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip through this. We're going to play 1 blaster rifle, deal 2 damage to each Ranger, and now I'm going to draw some cards. I'm going to draw 1 card, I'm going to draw the Chrono Blaster, and that's going to be all I draw. 2 energies should have been in the middle at the start of this. I'm just going to get rid of them because I'm going to play the Chrono Blaster to do the 3 damage to this and destroy it, getting rid of this, adding another 1 to here, and unpanicking the area. That is really the most important thing right now, is unpanicking the area. So that's the end of this. Let's get back to the main board and use our last action. As far as our last action goes, I really should just recover and then see where the deployment lands and then go from there. So I am going to recover, and I'm going to choose Jen and Wes right now. Overclock, covering fire, Chrono Saber, Chrono Blaster going back into her deck. Both Chrono Breaks, a Brazen Strike, and a Chrono Blaster are going back into his deck. We're actually in a pretty good position right now, so let's go ahead and just start the next deployment. So, 2 Silobots to the clock tower. So that's where we are, or that's where I was going to go there. Actually, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would go here, and so that would get panic. So I'll put a panic token there in a moment. Number 2 is 3 Silobots to the Resistance hideout, which is where we are. So that's 1. I need more Silobots. Come here. Come here, my bag of Silobots. That's 1, 2, 3. That's not good. 2 Mastodon Troopers to the Zord graveyard. That does not panic that, but everything is very close to being panicked. Draw number 4 is where the monster comes in, and the monster is General Vengeance, because the Time Force Ranger, Red, and Quantum fought this guy, so that's why I chose him as a monster in here. Anywho, 2 Mastodon Troopers to the Resistant hideout, which is bad because that panics this area once again, and Venjix would go to the next available spot, which would happen to be the Biolab, thus panicking that. So one more at the Zord graveyard will completely game over us, and that would stink. Speaking of one more, here we go. All right, so one Mastodon Trooper to the Biolab. All right, so I got some choices to make next round. Oh, no. So now this is a tough one. I have a lot of actions to do, but I can like fight and move and fight and move. So I think I need to clear out panicked areas. These, if anything goes on these and they start filling up anywhere else, then it's a problem. But I want to destroy Venjix in order to gain another thing. But there is there is something to be said with this game in order to kind of leave bosses right now. So this can actually hold 3 more figures on it. I think I'm going to go ahead once again and do what I did last round and just clear out this area, hopefully earning another Zord, and then moving maybe over to the clock tower and clearing that out and just leaving Venjix for right now. So we'll see how that goes. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead. And I also have 3 lives left, so that's good. I don't want to lose through panic. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do the resistance hideout, fight through this and clear that out. So 1 starts the battle. Here we go. All right, before the battle commences, I'm definitely going to be drawing some cards. So we'll take good from Wes, also good from Wes. Sorry, so I'm going to leave those 2 for Wes. That's it. We'll take a Brainstorm. That's a maneuver. Oh, a V5 blaster from Jen. Maybe I'll do something with that. Let's go another one from Trip. Play this card to start a battle, shuffle into a Ranger's deck. All right, maybe I'll just reshuffle. We'll see. And we'll do Overclock. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that and then go into battle with this. Throwing down the Silobots first. Guard passive forward march. Overwhelm. And then another forward march. So we got 2 forward marches next to each other. And then the Mastodon Trooper is fast. So these move down and the Dragon Cannon goes there. I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm going to use Trip's ability, which would have been on here, off to reveal the top card. Blaster Rifle, so that comes off, and that'll go right here. And then I'm just going to immediately use Jen's here in order to swap the Blaster and the Blaster Rifle and the forward march. So they don't get the first turn. We can go, and then we can just start taking down forward marches as we go. So here we go. Fight, 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 fight. Oh yeah, I got the ambiguous warning here, so I'm actually going to shuffle that into Jen's deck. Yes, I can see where it is. I understand that. And it kind of doesn't work out as well as, you know, any cards would be otherwise. But hey, we'll get it. We'll get it. It'll be fine. That was weirdly said, but hey, what can you do? All right, Brazen Strike, 3 dice attack, going after forward march. Going to try to take that out first. Going to try to take both of these out first, which would be great. 3 dice, 3 damage. Come on, there it is. 4 damage, actually. All right, very nicely done, Wes. Good job. All right, so you are gone. You're into the discard, but I have to draw a card. So Wes draws Chrono Blaster. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. 1 Silobot gone and 1 here. Activate. And I'll just go right into it, and I'm just going to go ahead right from Wes and use the Chrono Blaster. I'll use both energy here. 1, 2, and destroy this immediately so it doesn't have any effect whatsoever. Another Silobot gone, and that fills up our track here, so all of this can come off, and we get Time Flyer 2. Exhaust this card, gain an energy. Any ranger may swap their hand with their deck. If they do so, they must shuffle their deck. All right, that's interesting. This goes away. This triggers. Ranger's turn once again. All right, we're going to try the Brazen Strike here. Another one, the second one that Wes has. So we're going to go after Overwhelm here. So that's 3 dice for 2 health this time. And that's all we really need to do. There we are. There's the 2 health. Perfect right there. Almost whiffed that completely. Oh, boy. All right, so you are destroyed. Another Silobot gone. And now we re-begin the path up here. Gone, and Wes draws from his deck Chrono Break, which I'm actually going to, so that flips. Let's use Chrono Break right now. So Wes is actually going to take from his energy pool, pop that off. And then Chrono Break will use 3 damage, destroying that Mastodon Trooper. So goodbye. And another one to the board. And that clears that, which is awesome. Kind of moving a little quicker here because you guys know what's going on. You know how this game plays. So you're just kind of seeing how things work out. Get back here, you. Let's go ahead and flip one of these to initiate another battle. I hate doing a battle for a single character, but it's an armored assault, so we should be able to take that down pretty quickly. I do get to draw some cards because I initiated a battle, so I think I'm going to draw from Jen. What do I got? You know what? Oh, man. What do I want? I want to hold on to that. Hold on. Let me draw another Chrono Break. All right. There we go. So the lucky draw has it. Going to spend the energy. Going to play the Chrono Break. That's actually the one that I played last turn because I should have went on top of my discard pile. But actually right below it was another Chrono Break, so that's in my discard pile. This is going to then swap up and down when it's done. Anyway, I'll show you. You've seen how Chrono Break works. 3 damage. Gone. Gone. Added. So then I reveal the top card of his deck, which is Precise Shot. That goes to the discard pile. Chrono Break goes on top. And now Wes can finally absorb this back. And hooray, this is actually at level 3. Forgot to move it. We're actually in a really good position now to maybe go fight Venjix, which I actually think I am going to do. I'm going to spend the action here to go to the biolab, and I'm going to fight Venjix. I'm going to take him out because it's just him and 2 foot soldiers. So I think I have a good chance of beating him that way. So let's go ahead and just start the battle. Jen, you got it. So let's put back these. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight Venjix because I'd like to show him on camera too. All right. 3 Rangers, 1 boss, and 1 of each foot soldiers. I have pretty decent amount of cards in my hand. I am going to draw another. Do I want to do this? Because I'm actually in a pretty pickle right now in terms of like cards in my discard pile. I'm going to draw 1 from Wes as the Chrono Break, and then I'm going to draw 1 as a V3. All right, all right, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. All right, Venjix. What are you going to do? First card. Shadow Claw, guard, 3 damage to the lead ranger twice. Good thing Jen has a lot of cards in her deck. Next we have Thunderburst, fast. Deal 3 damage to each ranger. That's not good because Wes and Trip do not really have anything in their decks. Got another Thunder Blast. Oh no. And Big Bad Beating. The lead ranger must discard cards from the top of the deck until they discard at least 3 shields worth or are defeated. Oh boy. And I like this guard all the way over there. I should have recovered before I did this. I absolutely should have recovered. Because of that, I am kind of screwed. We got the Dragon Cannon here. Great. And the Silo Bots are Cleave Strike. 2 damage, 2 different rangers. Oh boy. I'm going to use Trip's Future Vision right now and see what the next card on General Venjix's deck is. Machine Empire. While this card is in play, the shield value of all opponent's cards, with the exception, with exactly 3, is reduced to 2. So 3 shield cards are now always 2. I am actually going to swap out. I do want to swap actually. I am going to swap. Lead Ranger until I have at least 3 are defeated. This will actually make that a bit more difficult. 3 damage creature. I'm gonna get rid of a Thunder Blast. It's so little though. Like I like the 4 health because it's easier that way. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have to. I just chose to do the ability so I know what was next. All right. I think we're just gonna go ahead and start the fight and see where we go from here. So unfortunately, Big Bad Beating goes first because of all the fast abilities. So she has to discard cards from a deck until at least 3 or defeated. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and here's Trip's card next. We know what that is, so that's fun. All right, Big Bad Beating goes. And now the Rangers go. Here we go. I want to kill that first and foremost. All right, so we're going to play Brainstorm for 1 energy. So that's good. Reveal the top card of any Ranger deck. Guess what I'm going to reveal? I'm going to reveal from Jen's. Hey, it's 3. So I gain 3 energy from that. So this goes here. And then because of that, I'm going to play Covering Fire as a reaction. So now Jen gets to roll 2 dice and target any card that she wants. Because this is a reaction and not a direct attack, I do have the ability to choose anything and avoid various guards. So I'm going to go after the second Thunder Blast with this attack, and she does 2 damage to it. That's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's a good start to taking down that card. I can then play any card of a 0 cost. So I'm going to play Overclock from Jen here. So that's another 2 dice attack going up against this Thunderburst. So we're going to roll, and we're going to hope for 2 more damage. Oh, she does 3 damage. All right, so she does 3 damage to it. That's pretty cool. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Now watch what else I'm going to do. I forgot to spend the energy from Covering Fire, so that's fine there. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Time Flyer 4. Exhaust this card during battle. You may spend up to 2 energy. For each energy spent, deal 2 damage to a different energy, to a different enemy card. So to me, that reads, deal 2 damage to a different enemy card. Oh, I see. Okay, so I choose a different enemy card than what I'm targeting for this turn, and I can possibly deal up to 4 damage to that. I'm still going to spend this. I'm still going to tap it, or exhaust it, I'm sorry, in order to spend 1 energy, and then I'm going to deal 2 damage to this Thunderburst right here. So this actually destroys this. So that's a really good thing to do. So that's gone, so that'll be a good... this is still going to trigger, but we're going to see what I can do here. Hold on one moment. And unfortunately, I don't think I can do anything else. So that really stinks. That was a good run for stuff to destroy cards and really get that low. But unfortunately, what's going to happen now is these are going to go to the discard pile. And Vengeance is going to attack. And he's going to deal 3 damage to each Ranger. The good thing with Jen is she can flip over. And hey, look, there you go. That's 3 damage right there. So this will actually go to Trip's deck. Completely defending her and gaining an energy, which is always a good thing. But unfortunately, it doesn't really matter for Wes because it's 3 damage and he is out of the game, and that was the last card in his deck. And the same thing for Trip. So Trip actually gains another energy, which is really cool, but this is the last card in his deck. So what that means is that Wes and Trip are out of the fight temporarily. They'll be back at the end of the round, but for right now, Jen is the only one in battle. And that also means that I discard all of the other Ranger cards in my hand. So all I have left is a V5 Blaster. That is the last card that Jen has. And we go, so I might as well just go ahead and use it. I'll just use all 3 energy right here. 1, 2, 3. Before rolling, I can add 1 dice attack for each energy remaining in the share pool. There is none in the share pool. So, well, I can leave 1 and use the 1 on Jen's card, because these 2 don't count. So I have a 5 dice attack going up against Shadow Claw. 5 dice, 5 damage. Come on, Jen, you can do this. Aim true, fire, 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 fire. Oh, that's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, that's exact. Whoa, that was close. All right, so that's destroyed, which is good, and that's gone. Here's the downfall, though. So Vengeance goes again. So the rest of the round runs through. Drain 1 energy, so that's gone, and each Ranger must discard 1 card from their hand. I don't have any cards, nor do they have any energy, so that's it. And then deal 2 damage to 2 different Rangers. She has to survive this. That's it. She survives. Oh my god, that's the end of the battle. Oh, that was tough. Alright, so what happens now? These 2 General Vengeance cards get removed from the game, so I don't have to worry about those 2 ever again. However, 2 life energy points are removed from the command center, and Wes and Trip come back into the fight fully powered up. I do have 1 energy left, so I do have some health to be able to survive me through it, but I have a boss coming up, and I'm going to need all I can get. So let's reshuffle and redo a battle.